Yo, I just wanted to talk about this cool device that I got recently. This is a 3DS XL. I have it modded to play a bunch of different games. I got really interested in hacking consoles, handhelds. I have a hacked PS Vita, I have a hacked 2DS, and the hacked 3DS. And it's fun to hack them, it's very easy to do, and you can do stuff like have these cool themes with music and stuff, as well as with the 3DS it has like native GBA, SNES support, DS support, so you can play a lot of stuff on it really well, which is cool. I know for not a long time, but a while now, there's been these Android handhelds that come out, and I haven't been super interested in them because they haven't done anything that's really wowed me in terms of emulation, until this guy came out. This is the AYN Thor, and it is very cool. It can emulate a whole slew of platforms that I didn't expect to be able to run well. And yeah, it's pretty much what I would consider to be the best thing available right now. What I like about 3DS, or DS in general, is the clamshell design. I love that. Small form factor, you can throw it in your bag, and it's not. I've actually dropped this thing on asphalt, and there's not even so much as a little scratch on it. In fact, I can't even find where I dropped it. So, I mean, Nintendium, right? There's a lot of things you can criticize Nintendo for. Their build quality is not really one of them. These things are pretty sturdy. And that is what appealed to me about this one, is that not only was it in a clamshell design, which is like great, but it's also essentially the same form factor, if not just a little bit slimmer than a 3DS. It's also really powerful. I do have the specs pulled up right here. What that enables is a lot of different kind of emulation for things that I wasn't even really ready to accept were possible, like PS2 emulation, Sega Saturn, 3DS. Like, there's just a lot here. It all works, and it works really well. This is a OLED screen that runs at 120 hertz. It is quite beautiful, and when you run it in this emulator, it will automatically install widescreen patches. I'm also scaling it up to 1080p, and it runs really well. You see I have the bottom screen here. You can actually turn that off. So here we are, we're playing Devil May Cry 3. So I mean, we have it widescreen patched, 1080p, and that's looking pretty damn good. We got save states, load states, of course, all that other emulation goodness that you get. So it loads into this front end called Digisho. I did have to, that's kind of the biggest criticism I have of this device, is it takes a long time to get it configured. There is a lot going on, there are a lot of emulators, and getting it all set up to work perfectly does take some time. There's nothing on this device when you get it. Everything needs to be added on. GBA, boots right in. And it looks fantastic. A lot of the cores here that I'm using for emulation are in RetroArch, which has support for like video filters. So you can do scan lines for stuff like home consoles like SNES, the 240p consoles, Genesis, SNES, Saturn, all that stuff that you would play, PlayStation, that you would play on your TV. You can do those filters. I haven't installed them yet, but that is something I'm going to do. And yeah, so there's just a lot here. There's a lot going on, and it's all really fast and good. I'm thoroughly impressed, so much that I thought I would make a video about it because it's so cool. Like, here we are. We're already in the game. The game has already started. Here we go. You know, that's great. Now, there is something I did want to, so since it's emulation, there is a degree of lag. That'll vary from core to core. So we can see here we have our 3DS and my Thor. There's a name entry that you can do in this game, and that's where I think we're going to be able to see the latency. So here we are at the name entry screen. Stuff like this is really good for detecting input lag. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did you notice it? I mean, I do. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think this is going to affect your playthroughs. I don't think you're going to be speedrunning anything on this thing, but there is some latency. That's to be expected. It is emulation. This is native. This is emulation. That's just kind of how it works. But, I mean, this looks so much better. It looks so much better, and I don't think this is a deal breaker for me. And this is just the DS core. I barely notice it on stuff like the Saturn core. I play Elevator Action Returns on that, and I'm able to play it pretty well. And yeah, I mean, I'm moderately sensitive to input lag. I don't do speedrunning or anything like that, but I do play fighting games, I play puzzle games, I play stuff that does require, you know, low input delay or input lag. Can I adjust to it? Yes. Have I adjusted to it on this? Almost certainly, and very quickly. There are varying degrees of people, or the people have varying degrees of sensitivity to input lag. I regard myself as having a moderate sensitivity to it. I have friends that are extremely sensitive to it that can't really deal with it at all, and it drives them crazy. And that's just different levels of sensitivity, different people. That's just how it goes. For me, this is fine. So yeah, this is really fun. I've been messing with it almost non-stop, putting a lot of time into getting it configured while I have some free time. And yeah, I'm really impressed. If you're into stuff like this, if you're into having your games on the go and having them played really, really, really well, I don't know if there is another device in this form factor, this really cool like mobile device, handheld form factor that is out right now. If there is, cool. If not, get this. I don't think there's many contenders for this kind of thing right now. And I know there's a lot of like Android handhelds going around that are just basically Pokemon players that struggle even running, you know, GBA. This is not that. This is a different league. I'm excited to see what comes of this, like what's next, because I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm not a big emulation guy. In this room right next to me, I have all of my retro consoles. I have a Sony Trinitron CRT. You know, I'm a big OG hardware guy, but that can't compete with this. I'm not lugging my Trinitron to play Panel de Pon, you know, at the coffee shop, but I can do that right here. And I can turn this little screen on the bottom off, and I can just get into it. I can put my headphones on. This is an Android device, so I can turn my Bluetooth on, pop my headphones on. That's perfect. I can hop on my bike, I can go anywhere, I can play some games. There's just a comfort to that, to just being able to do this. You know, that's why this sold as much as it did. This thing right here, because you can go anywhere and take it with you. This is the same thing, but now you're playing freaking PS2, you're playing Sega Saturn, you're playing Wii, Switch, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Check it out, AYN Thor, the AYN Thor, if you will. Yeah, it's cool. Game hard, game long, game forever. I love you.